In this video, we're going to be talking about setting up custom temperature towers. If you want to take your prints to the next level by dialing in your temperatures, you're in the right place. Let's jump right in. Jumping right in. So we have our file loaded in. As you can see, it goes from 230 up to 190. It does not matter which temperature tower you go and find or download. When you import them, most of them will require you to add some custom G-code to make these temperature towers work correctly. So a couple settings I want to go over is I'm just using basic 0.2 millimeter standard. I push the seam to the back, and that's about the only changes I've made. The other thing I want to look at is in order for this temperature tower to work correctly, I need to have the starting temperature be 230. And so what we're going to do is I need to create a custom profile for this filament. So I'm going to use this little gear icon we have here. And I'm going to come over to custom filaments, and we're going to create a new one. And so where it says select vendor, I'm not really worried about the vendor. What I am worried about is I'm just going to select, I can't find the vendor I want. And I'm going to add this in and just call this Temp Tower PLA test. And under type, I'm going to come down and choose PLA. And here I will just type in basic. Now I am going to build this off of a current filament. So we're going to select the nozzle that I've got here on my P1S. And I'm going to come down here and just grab a generic PLA. And we will hit create. It'll come up and say your filament was created. So I can now go to the filament settings and edit what I need to. I'm just going to go ahead and close out of this. Close out of this. And I should be able to select my filament now. And you'll see that it shows up right here under custom, temp tower, PLA test, basic. Now I want to go in and make some changes to this because again, I said my starting temperature needs to be that 230. So we're going to do a quick edit. Just click our three dots, edit, and scroll down. You'll see, hey, minimum 190, max 240. And the basic temperature it's going to start me at is at 220. I'm going to push this to 230. Push every layer after the first layer to 230. And I'm going to hit save. And we're going to keep this here. Say OK. So now I've created my temp tower basic PLA test. And anytime I go to print a temp tower, this is the filament profile I'm going to choose for PLA. All right, next step we need to do is we need to slice this plate. And don't need to change any settings. We can just hit slice. Now the slice is complete. I am set on line type, so I'm going to go and change this to temperature because that's what we care about. That's what we want to check. And you'll notice, hey, everything is at 230. That is the temperature that we just went and set as the starting point. So what we can do now is we can use our layer bar over here and pull down to the exact point where we want to change the temperature. So we're going to zoom in pretty close, and I'm going to actually use my arrow down keys and get it exactly where I want it. So our first layer is going to be right here. And so I want to look, I really want to look over here on these edges as I'm doing this and say, okay, where does that quit coming up? And so on the first time that stops, we're going to leave it there. So in this case, it's layer 43. I'm going to right click and add custom G-code. So there's two schools of thought here. We can either add G-code M104 S and then the desired temperature, which is going to gradually drop the temperature from 230 to 225. The other school of thought is we could add custom G-code M109 S and then the temperature. So in this case, 225. And in this case, it's going to wait until the nozzle temperature drops from 230 to 225 before it starts printing again. So in this case, I want to only look at these increments of 5. I don't want any variations in the middle. So I am going to use the M109 S and then these pound signs, I'm going to replace with the number that I'm going to. So in this case, 225. And we'll say okay. And I'm going to drag this up to the next layer. And as I'm getting closer, again, use my arrow keys, figure out where that's at, and right click, add custom G-code, add in this case, I copied it. So I'm going to paste this in, and we're going to say the next one is 220. And I'm going to do this until I get to the top of the tower. So stick with me. I'll go through and add these in, and then we'll reslice this plate. All right, looks like we've got this done. So I'm going to go ahead and slice this plate. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different changes. So we should be good in going from 230 to 190. After slicing the plate, you'll notice that the temperatures do go from 230 to 225, 220, 215, 210, 205, 200, 195, and 190. So this did work. This is how I want to test this file. So everything looks really good here. As you can see by just coming to your basic line type or your summary, it's going to take me an hour and 12 minutes for this to print. So we're going to go ahead and actually send this over and see how this turns out. So I'll share the results with you here in just a second. This pretty much confirms what I thought about this filament, in the fact that it's very temperature stable. There are some of these that look a little better than others. I'm actually going to flip it to the back. But as you can see, differences, very minimal. There's some stringing down on the bottom, and it looks like that stringing stops right about on this layer here. So looks like about 200 is probably going to be the best here, just based on the stringing. Quality wise, every layer looks pretty good. Surfaces, even on the angles, those overhangs, they all look pretty good. But I think 200 might be the number. That's kind of where I'm looking at. Let me know in the comments what you think. Hopefully you found this helpful. And as always, thanks for sticking around to the end. Go ahead and drop us a comment if you have any questions, or if this did end up helping you out, give us a like or even subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate all the people that have been watching our videos, and can't wait to bring you some more in the future. Again, thanks for sticking to the end. We'll see you next time.